Hi, this is Donna, and I wanted to share with you some of my artwork. As you know, I had my awakening, my huge spiritual awakening in 1990. That's when my crown chakra blew open. I started having all kinds of spiritual experiences, and I was on my path. I had divorced my husband, my ex-husband, and I found myself going on a path to find out who I was and what all this spiritual stuff was. So I have my art here, and I'm following a shamanic journey or pathway. I find that that is where I connect more to my, I believe, my soul self. I live right on the river, and there are no coincidences. When I first, left, I was downtown Sacramento, where it was lots of arty people, and my son was really young. But then throughout life, I changed and moved and had a house for a while for my son. But now that I'm on my own, I move by the river, where I can again get back into my true path and my spiritual soul sense and do the work that I know I need to still do. A lot of healing work and shamanic healing work, and I paint a lot of totems. I connect on a very deep level with animals, and there's a lot of wildlife around here. I paint on the river rocks from the river. So here's one. I feel that stones hold a lot of healing energy. Water is one of the most healing elements on this planet. And here's a kitty cat. This is for a customer. I haven't yet varnished it, but I will varnish. The back's varnished. And I write the name and any year of birth, death, whatever. And I call these memorial stones because a lot of people want to have a memory of their lost pet. Now, working with totems, I also paint on pendants. This is an owl, and this is a barn owl on snow quartz, and it has a bale of amethyst, real amethyst beads. And again, this is a totem. If you feel drawn to an animal, you dream about them, you just have this sense that there's something that they need to tell you. This, like an owl, this would be a good totem for someone who's intuitive and they've been quiet, they know how to stay silent, they work well at night, and there's much more, but that's the basics of the owl. Here is one for a customer. It's on jasper, natural zebra jasper. This is a little black kitty, and it has onyx beads. Hello, speaking of a kitty, that is also varnished. Okay, so you can order. Okay, you're gonna get down for me, okay? Yeah. You can actually order. I have an extra one. If you'd like, I will put my information underneath this video, my email, or you can just write a message and I'll answer you back. This is $75 for the portrait. Okay, other totems that I've painted here. Again, I love the snow owl, or the barn owl, because I feel very drawn to the owl, the intuitive. Yes, I love my owl. Also, I'm very drawn to doves. This is an acrylic. This is for sale for, I think I listed it as $100. This is acrylic on canvas, and I believe doves are the sign of, again, a higher spiritual level. You're ascending, so I paint a lot of doves. I also have a dove tattoo on me. And let's see, and here's another shamanic item that I make, is the wand. This one has a clear quartz crystal. It has clear quartz crystals with amethyst beads, and again it has the owl and quail feathers. The owl, this is the softest feather you will ever feel. So I use this for many things: clearing energy, directing energy. You can either just hold it. It has power, so I like to hold it. You can, clear your aura with it. You can place it on chakra points if you're doing clearings and healings for people. This also, I will sell this. I've had it a while. And here's a little charm. It has a little feather charm. And it's got braided real leather. You can see the owl feathers. Okay, you see? Yes, it's one of my favorite. I did make a huge one. I found the best wizard staff. It had 3 prongs and it was long. It was absolutely beautiful, and I put large crystals, citron crystals, and a huge amethyst at the end. Feather. It was just gorgeous. I sold that one for $200. I can always make another one. I also bead and wire crystals. This one is one of my favorites. I can take this off. Just let me know if you're interested in anything you see, because these are things I've made that I still have, with an angel wing and a little angel. And it is all natural, and it has little sparkly beads and amethyst beads. And let's see, I have another one here. This one's really large. I beaded all of these little crystals. Amethyst, it has a tiger, which is a great totem for strength and courage. And it has the word courage on it. So I have a lot of different charms. I like the tiger. I've painted many tigers. Strength, overcoming. Also very aware of your own like inner spiritual powers, this tiger. And it's a twin quartz. You can see it has a large twin. Very powerful point. Very, very powerful point. Okay, let's see that one. It's really pretty. If you put it up to the light, it's really clear too. And let's see, what else can we show you? Okay, so the last, well, actually I do have a couple more. Let's show you this one. Horses. I'm very much a horse person. Here's my portrait called Mustang Kiss. I volunteer with Mustangs. I like to work with them. They're a really good way of getting yourself feeling more powerful. If you feel like you're going through something and you feel like you need to connect to a massive beast, Mustangs are a wonderful way to get self-trust again and build a bond with nature and animals. I just love them. And oh, I like this one too. And my Buddha sun, because I meditate. And the sunflowers for the warmth. He's in prayer, or she's in prayer. This is kind of like a person who's not male or female. It's kind of a mix. I wanted to have just the spirit, not male or female, but the spirit and the warm sun. I love suns. Okay, so that's called Sunny Buddha. If you're interested in that, it's oil. I just painted this just this past year. I think 2018 August, I think is when I did that. I was feeling the sun. And then for when I went through my spiritual awakening and I was still processing a lot of the trauma, the initiation trauma that I went through, I ended up painting the thumbnail of my first video, which is called the initiation. Get down to me. And this is a Sioux chief. Let's see if I can stand up. You can see that better. This is a Sioux chief that I felt very, very, I mean, it's not a channeled painting, although I do that. This one was before I even knew anything about anything. I just was drawn to Native American culture. And I did this in '95, so I was like 32, something like that. I was really young. And he's a Sioux chief. So this is one of my, I believe, because when I went to a medium, she even told me that I have a Native American guide. So I must have been in touch with that when I was going through a lot. And this is a painting that came out of all that. Okay, that's my Sioux chief. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if there, like I said, if there's anything that you want me to paint, I do paint all totem animals, portraits, river stones. So I just wanted to share with you. Oh, I got one more crystal to share. I don't know if I showed this one. This one was hiding. This one has a tiger eye bead, and also I can take the charms off. This one also is a very powerful point. You can see that. And I love to bead also. I'm a crafty one, artistic crafty. So like I was saying, if there is anything that you would like painted, I am a professional artist. I do have a degree from Sacramento State. I went to school to be an artist and also teach, but I'm right now immersed in doing this as a profession. So I appreciate commissions, and if you need more information on prices and what I can do, just leave me a message, and like I said, I will put my email down under the video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Share and please subscribe. It really does help me. You know, a lot of us on the spiritual path are connecting back with our true selves and what we came here to do, and art is very healing, and I've painted over 1,000 commissions since I started my art business in 10 years ago. So they have found that the art itself, just looking at art that of someone that's passed, or a dog or a cat, that is very, very healing, and so I love what I do. So thank you again, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.